Hey, what up, everybody? This is Isaac here. Um, this video is gonna be about, I guess, kind of a lie of Satan that is confusing a lot of people, especially in the New Age or in like Eastern religions and stuff like that. And I had never really had a problem with this. But then when I came to Jesus, I was asking him one time in prayer. I was like, why are so many people deceived about this reincarnation thing? Because I didn't really have any idea what it was, but I heard that a lot of people, were talking about it. And then too, I would witness the kids at school and tell them about like Jesus saved my soul and like he's the truth, he's the way, he's the life. Heaven and hell is real. That's where you go after you die. That's why you need Jesus. And I was telling that to kids, and then kids would look at me and say like, well, I really feel like everyone is just reincarnated and their spirit is just born again into someone. And like I knew that that wasn't true, but I didn't really have like a solid answer or whatever about it, and that's why I started seeking God for myself. I actually did zero research on this topic, so I did not look up on the internet why is reincarnation wrong. I did none of that. I just started praying to God that He would reveal it to me how it's wrong, because the thing is that the way that Satan works is he likes to mix a truth with a lie to make it convincing. And I knew that this, might have been like a something about this reincarnation thing has to be an actual thing to deceive people into thinking this. Because I want to explain to you guys, you have actual people who are in the New Age, who are involved with fortune telling, who are involved with Eastern religions like Hinduism, Buddhism, who are they may go to sleep or something and have a dream where it's like someone from 2,000 years ago and it's like a real life event, and then they wake up and then maybe they go to a fortune teller or something, and that fortune teller will tell them like 2,000 years ago in your past life you were a farmer or something, and they'll be like, oh, that's crazy, I just had a dream like that and it felt like it was real. Or these people might even have visions about this stuff. And I want to explain something too. A lot of times where people are saying that they had a vision or they saw something, they literally did, see something. It just may not, like, people think that people are making up this stuff when they say that they've seen something, but I would bet you that a lot of the time, I mean, take it to the Lord, but a lot of the time these people are actually seeing real things, and that's why they're believing it and putting their faith into it, like, oh, I must be reincarnated because I saw this person from 2,000 years ago and that must be who I am now. So I want to break this down for all you guys so you guys get some understanding and that Satan does not deceive you on this, because I know a lot of people have messaged me about this in the past. And this is the other thing too, you guys can always message me about something, but always the best thing to do is always take everything to God, because He's the one who I seek when I'm trying to get an answer. And then, so if you guys want to answer, then you have to go through God and me, but like you can just seek God for yourself, and then you just get the answer straight from God too. And that takes some time sometimes, especially when you're new in your walk with God, but He'll answer you, and He hears you, and He loves you. So anyways, I'm gonna break down this lie for you all. Okay, so you guys know that the demons and stuff are earthbound spirits. Like, they're the fallen angels and the demons and stuff. They're bound to this earth. They have been on this earth, since basically the fall of man, since Satan and his angels fell out of heaven and sinned. And their judgment was to be bound to this earth. And then you can read about it in the Bible how they wander through waterless places and stuff. That's when they're not inside a person, etc. So they've been here for however long the earth has been around, probably around 6,000 years, probably more, however long they've been bound on this earth. They've seen human history unfold. They've been, whichever people 2,000 years ago, right? There were demonic spirits around those people, tempting them, showing them things, messing up their life, keeping them from knowing God, whatever. There was demonic spirits around those people, oppressing those people back then, okay? And that's when the Bible talks about familiar spirits, it's talking about spirits that are familiar with you and your life and your patterns and stuff, so they can know how to like speak to you in a way that could convince you or really try to trick you about something, because they're familiar because they like hang around you, or they've been around you for a while and they're familiar with your life. So what happens is these spirits that were on the earth, 2,000 years ago, they were they were around someone who was a farmer, and was farming or whatever, and had a wife and 3 kids and whatever. They were around that person 2,000 years ago. Then what they can do is they can take this knowledge that they had of these real events that happened, and they will project it into someone's head or in a dream or something like that, and they'll give them a vision of what that demon saw 2,000 years ago, and they'll try to convince that person that, yeah, that was really you, that was you, and that was your soul in that other person's body, and you just got reincarnated or something. But really all it is it's that same demon that was around whatever person 2,000 years ago, or even 4,000 years ago, or however long ago, right? Or even 20 years ago, if someone died and they're seeing visions of someone they have no idea who it is. What it was a demonic spirit that was around that dead person, now moved on, and is inhibiting over your life or something, and that's why it's showing you those visions, because it's trying to trick you to make you think that when you die you will just be born into another body, which doesn't happen. What happens in truth is that when you die, you either go to heaven or hell, depending on if you live for Jesus Christ and you accepted him and you repented of your sins. Otherwise, everyone else falls short and you go to hell. And I want to explain too, really quick, the Bible verse about this. And this is how I knew that the reincarnation thing was false, but it wasn't until God, like, you guys have to understand. So I was like praying about it one day, like I was like, God, what is up with this reincarnation thing? Like, how is there so many people deceived behind this? And then the information just dropped in my head, like it just, like the understanding became clear. Like he just instantly showed me. He was like, it's these. Well, he didn't say anything, but it's like I gained the understanding of it, and it wasn't something I was like, I can't know how to understand that. And that's why I say that God, showed me this, because he did. I was praying about it and the understanding just came to me. So anyways, let me read this verse from Hebrews. It's from Hebrews 9:27. And it says, I'm going to read from the ESV, the English Standard Version. It says, "And just as it is appointed for a man to die once, and after that comes judgment." So it's saying that every man is appointed to die once, and then they have judgment. So that means that you can't be reincarnated. It doesn't make sense. It's not, you can't die more than one time. You only die once and then you're judged. Okay? So I hope that clears things up, and I just want to say that too, because a lot of people are pretty fooled about this, but really all it is it's demonic spirits that have been on the earth, earthbound spirits that have been on the earth for generations and generations, have been familiar with people. What they do is they show people these things and these images and these dreams and say, that was you in your past life, so that people will never find God or never realize that there's any consequence after their death. They may believe in karma or something like that, but they won't ever realize that they have an eternal destination of an afterlife. Like, they won't realize that Jesus is the truth. It's just a whole nother spin that Satan tries to do to deceive people. So, love all you guys. I hope that video helped a lot. God had wanted me to make this for a while, but I hadn't really had the opportunity. Like, he showed this to me like 2.5 months ago at least. He showed this to me while I was in prayer. So, love all you guys. Jesus bless you. Have an awesome day. Peace out.